Man, this is the kind of thinking that I yelled at the people at Gundam Seed about who stopped in hallways in the middle of fights. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Stone Face Reactions. I'm Theta, and we are back in another episode of Voltace 5. Of course, first things first, we've got the board, and with the board comes the board changelog. And of course, I'm hoping that future me or past me has been adding the image of the board to the links down below, so you're not beholden to whatever size image you're seeing down here in the on the screen. Board changelog. Added Taco. Connected Taco to Hiyoshi with a blue line. Like with Eiffel, pets are family. Connected Taco to the Voltace 5 crew with a green line. Added Duke Saki. Connected Saki to Zool with a green line. Connected Saki and Heinel with a red line. Connected Saki to Catherine and Jangle with a white line. I have added Emperor Zambojil. Connected Saki to the Emperor with a green line. Connected the Emperor to Prince Heinel with a red line. And marked Duke Saki as dead, as well as I added a red line from Zool to Heinel, considering that Zool has been a spy for Saki and was ordered to weaken the thing that would have gotten him killed, and he would have done it if not for the fact that Catherine basically told on him. So, in my eyes, Zool is now an enemy from within. So, represented that on the board. And, of course, now, my notes about episodes 7 and 8. I never commented on them before, but the opening lyrics are pretty cool. Voltace 5, we bet everything on you. We'll do it until our strength is used up. The dawning of the earth is near. The last line completely recontextualizes the whole thing, though. The rest of the opening feels like a last-ditch effort to save ourselves from the galaxy-conquering invasion force. Then suddenly the dawning of the earth is near. Feels like the implication is that we are going to take the fight back to the Bosnians, and Earth is going to be in charge of everything from now on. So it's just that last line, again, makes everything else in the opening song feel different. To me, anyway. Correction to a mistake I made last episode. When the explosion happens in Hiyoshi's quarters, I repeatedly make the mistake of thinking that he's in Hamaguchi's room. Thus, I keep referring to the professor for no reason, and making assumptions about what is in the room, thinking it's the professor's. So, if you give me the benefit of the doubt last episodes, I was actually wrong. I kept saying Hamaguchi or the professor's, not understanding it was Hiyoshi's quarters. Kenichi really is a dick. Hiyoshi is really just a kid that's been forced into the situation by virtue of his family. His childhood is actively being ripped away from him, and his older brother, who mostly runs the team, doesn't approach this with any understanding or care, but screams at Hiyoshi constantly about his responsibilities. Kenichi really needs to take a step back and try to understand everyone's position in order to help them better operate as a team, rather than try to force it like he has been and have them each constantly explode with their own needs time and time again. I guess I also need to write a second note about Kenichi being a dick, because when Megumi gets captured by that episode's beast machine, he instantly says, "Hiyoshi, this is your fault." Again, man, he's just a kid. Also, it's no one's fault. The beast machine was going to attack all of you anyways. She rushed forwards to save Hiyoshi from getting attacked when he was out of his cockpit to save Taco. but the fact that she pulled forwards out of the kudzu with her thrusters showed that everyone could have done that. The fact that everyone just sat there watching her get taken was everyone's fault. Then he tries to make Hiyoshi kill Tako, a creature with intelligence, mind you, and when he refuses, Kenichi punches his little brother in the face. Kenichi is just the worst. I know it's probably better. I'm sorry. I know it's probably pretty early in the series to be suggesting this, but it feels like the counter to the Voltes 5 would be another merging machine. And I don't mean for the Boaznians to make their own electromagnetic machine, but we've already seen that they can make beast machines that join together. The element that seems to threaten the Voltes 5 crew the most is when one of the machines get isolated from the rest and has to be rescued or repaired. Well, it seems to me a beast machine in 5 parts could threaten each of the Voltes 5 machines individually and have a greater chance of preventing them from forming up into the Voltes 5 unit. And if it could do that, it could then form its own combined form and overpower the rest of the machines and ultimately the base, as opposed to what I assume we will continue to get, which is one beast machine at a time, over and over again. I suppose there is a brief mention of Prince Heinel's actual combat ability, in that Jangle mentions that he had captured a Bengal tiger all on his own. I mean, I don't know where that puts him in comparison to the Voltes team, considering that even Hiyoshi can fight a great white shark, but it's something. I mean, I'd be surprised to find out Zool was an amazing martial artist. I guess less surprised that the guy walking around with a sword is a good fighter. I am slightly confused as to Prince Heinel's title. If his father was a former emperor, but also considered an usurper and a traitor, then how does Heinel retain the title of prince? Like, did Zambojil adopt him to keep something of an air of authority and connection to the previous regime, and is trying to get Heinel killed where no one would notice? I mean, Saki says that Heinel is the rightful heir, so the legitimacy play might be the thing. I anticipate us finding out Heinel's mother still being alive. I mean, if I was a betting man. I'd put money on the possibility that Catherine was his mother and took this position to look after him. All the same, I can't really tell what the age difference going on here is beyond the spectrum between some examples. Super old, Zool. Old, Hamaguchi. Adult, General Oka. Teen, Kenichi. And child, Hiyoshi. Catherine could easily be anywhere between adult and teen, in my view. So she could be mother or love interest. Hard to tell. I enjoy this Heinel storyline, though. It's really giving the show some added depth that I feel like we haven't gotten since Mitsuyo's sacrifice. Ippei's implied kidnapping was a bit of a thing, but I really feel like everything else has just been kind of filler or team development so far. And I'm really wanting some more of this in-depth political drama. And my last note here is shot in the dark conspiracy theory. I'm 100% saying, sorry, not 100% saying this is true. Just saying it in case it turns out to be true later. What if Heinel's father turns out to be Kentaro Gao? That he had a second family after he went to try and negotiate with the Boaznians, and Heinel was the offspring of that. So by the end of the series, it will be discovered that he's related to Kenichi, Daijiro, and Hiyoshi. Those of you who know me and all these shows that I watch, I love to throw out crackpot theories because I like to throw shit at the wall in case it might be true later. So, anticipating Heinel might be related to his enemies would be a cool twist in my eyes. That said, though, those are my notes. So let's go ahead and hop on into the show and see where we go from here.
But before we get started,
make sure that you hit the like button,
hit that subscribe button,
comment down below to feed that algorithm.
on top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this,
unfiltered,
Uncensored,
and uncut,
as well as some early access stuff,
you can check it out over on the Patreon.
it's just $5 a month, but hey, no pressure.
there's zero pressure in order to do that. It's just a little bit of extra support, and it would be greatly appreciated.
I'm going to throw this out here, right here from the bat. Considering how ill I might be coming up in future reactions, the one thing I'm going to cut from activity that may antagonize that a bit is the drumming on the horn here I do during the Voltace 5 opening. Considering there's going to be a lot of nausea in my future, rocking myself around to the Voltace 5 opening might not be to my best interests. So just throwing that out there to explain why I'm not doing it now. I'm just prepping myself for the future of no longer playing the xylophone, or whatever we all agreed the music instrument of choice here might be. I feel like they really ought to have added the Voltace 5 scream to the opening. Like right here at the end would have been really good. Who's driving the trucks? Oh right, this is the episode where we see General Oka having to fight back. It's weird that they know him by name. I have to think that even if they took General Oka, they would not sacrifice the Voltace 5. It's legit one man versus the thing that's... It's one man's life versus the thing that's protecting the entire Earth. Wait, is that General Oka? Is she training with her dad? I never thought of General Oka as a ninja. I mean, still implying, though, that General Oka is a ninja. I also like the play on, it seemed like it was a thing that she didn't want to happen, but then she's like, he really should retire. I guess the one attack they'd never suspect from the Bosnian invasion force would be trucks. Rip those guys. Man, this is the kind of thinking that I yelled at the people at Gundam Seed about, who like stopped in hallways in the middle of fights. I mean, to be fair, it was the middle of the night. You guys are lucky I woke up.
めぐみでも女らしいセリフを言えるんだね。よーし、止まれー。何の用だ。すみません、遅くなって。岡長官へ配達です。長官、丸菱デパートから届け物です。お嬢さんからの。何、めぐみから。第二補給部で受け取っといてくれ。
Don't inspect it at all. Also, what gift would your daughter have that involves multiple trucks? Sheesh. I mean, at the very least, it was only one truck and the rest just pulled through, but at that rate, they should have just plowed through the gate.
めぐみ、どうした。妙なやつだ、急に電話を切ったりして。
That guy is a ninja, by the way. So are the Boaznians supposed to be lizard people? Because, like, why are the leaders humanoid? General Luke is a badass.
観念しろ。無駄な抵抗はやめて我が軍門へ下るのだな。貴様が指揮官か。生意気よな。角の一本もないのに我らボア男性に対抗して。
It's fucking ninja. It's fucking crazy.
おのれ、どこへ逃げよった。このわしの目をくらますとは。
And that or under it. We better hope it's not like an escape tunnel that goes like a real long way. Telecom SAC control post. I'm sure they have some sort of like radar or.
防衛軍のミサイルがビッグファルコンに向かっています。防衛軍本部を呼び出せ。それが応答がないんです。応答がない。ホットラインもダメか。ボルテスチーム出動。
I mean, raise the
防衛
shield.
軍のミサイルを迎撃しよう。また訓練か。
It's odd that this time the alarm isn't going off either. I guess they gotta have to wait for the Voltes team to launch before they can raise the shield. I guess they should have like tried to bluff their way. Use the one guy they had in the truck. Claim that they're firing at a target over top of the Big Falcon. Again, the Beast Machine seems infinitely more of a threat than the Missile Barrage turned out to be.
防衛軍のミサイルがビッグファルコンを。
もう私もそろそろ引退の頃合いだな。
いいえ、お父さんはもっともっと戦っていけるのよ。
So I'm feeling like General Oka could have been played by Samuel L. Jackson.
ミサイルを撃ってる。ボアガー星人に占領されたのかしら。
Look, even if anything, they're certainly wasting all the resources of the HQ.
全て占領されている。司令室は敵ばかりだわ。長官室にもいない。
I guess it's a good thing the Bosnians don't have this technology, or else they could have just found the guy.
地下のどこかにいますように。
There's literally a tree growing through the base.
お父さんが。地下倉庫だわ。
Except now you can't form the Voltase 5 to fight the beast machine that the rest of your guys are fighting. This is where a commercial would be.
よし、動きはどうした？ボルトインしなきゃ戦えないぞ。
I guess the weird thing is that you don't specifically need...
なぜだ？
ミサイルを止めるためでしょ。
You don't need her in the lander. Because when you form the Voltase 5 machine, it's just Kenichi.
ケンジ、ボルトインできないのか？なんとか持たせろ。
And we've previously established... Oh, never mind. They all need to push the button. I forgot about that part.
防衛軍本部のミサイルの発射をやめさせに行ったんだ。お前たちは余計なことは考えるな。めぐみ、5号機に戻れ。めぐみ、めぐみ。
They should really, like, automate that or something. I don't know what the downside of having it automated, the forming up of the Voltase 5. Are they afraid that someone is going to, like, steal the individual bits?
何をやっておるか。合体できぬトルテスなどハエと同じだ。今のうちに叩い
I
て
mean, this is literally the giant weakness I was talking about before. That they can't vault together.
なんてパワーだ。ケイチ、めぐみはどうしたんだ。博士からの知らせでは防衛軍本部に侵入中だ。味方のミサイルと敵の怪獣と同時に戦うわけにはいかないだろう。
And now an elevator in realistic time. That's rough.
岡を発見。岡を発見。地下5階だ。突撃へ急げ。
しまった。急がなければ。
岡長官、そこにいるのは分かっている。
The fact that they want to take him alive is what precludes them from just opening fire at random, I feel like.
急げ。
Is General Oka supposed to be American? Because it feels like the soldiers are American.
お父さん。
めぐみ。
お父さん、大丈夫？
ご苦労、めぐみ。他のメンバーは。
私一人で来ました。
浜口博士の命令か。
いえ、私が自分だけで。
勝手に来たというのか。
はい。
他のメンバーは敵と戦っているんだな。
はい。
What the fuck, old man?
戦列離脱は銃殺者なんだ。分かっているのか。
でも私が来なければお父さんが。
黙れ。宇宙防衛軍は私が守るべき城なんだ。余震ば守れない時は。
It's the sentiment of this show that I just don't agree with from time to time.
それが私に与えられた使命なんだ。
防衛長官を救うのだってボルテスチームの使命です。
一人勝手にやってはならん。それは戦う人間。
I mean, he's not wrong on this point. He's wrong for slapping her.
助けに行けない時もある。死に目に会えないこともある。そうなりたくないなら、ボアザン星人を倒すことだ。
はい。 わかりました。長官。
よし、今は私の指揮下に入れ。残ったもので敵の指揮官を捕らえる。はっ。
Everyone always has the right sentiment, the wrong emotionality. Like they express what the right thing is to do in the most dickish way possible. Like, thanks for your caring about me, daughter. Slap in the face. As we know from the previous episode, the horns are very important. That is the first hit on the Voltes 5 member in person.
Megumi.
私はボルトインします。
めぐみ、浜口博士の処分は覚悟してるだろうな。はい。
Fuck off with this already.
私が守れなかった分もしっかり頼むぞ。
はい、長官。
She risked her life to save you. You literally could have, like, hit her with all this shit after the fact. Especially when we started the episode with the fact that they were 52 seconds late. You wasted time shitting on her for trying to save your life. So I just think of all the times he's like cursed and shit all over Hiyoshi. I have to believe that Megumi is a future love interest, and that's why he's not being as hard on her. Also, not for nothing, we're like 9 episodes in, and we really have not gotten like a Daichiro episode at all. Like, he helped Kenichi learn to do the butterfly thing. That wasn't a him-centric thing, that was a Kenichi-centric thing. And again, here, not to complain, but I feel like we need some episodes where the Voltes machine doesn't form up. Because maybe on a week-to-week basis, hearing the theme song all the time is pretty cool, but it'd be cooler if it was a bit rarer, is all I'm trying to say. The attack I hate the most. It's so corny and it never works. Was also. It's crazy how much damage it can do to the Voltes 5 machine, and yet couldn't do anything to the individual units. Yeah, but what about all the giant holes in the ship it just stabbed into you? I was legit ready for them to use the theme song a second time to make my comment that much more ironic. I thought you had to push the buttons simultaneously. 2 screams, 1 episode. Ironic, because I said at the very beginning in the opening they should use the scream. See, I don't know how much of a trope this is in Sentai, but when it comes to Power Rangers, which are based on Sentai, there's always the question of why don't you just start with the sword?
Akase.
傷は痛むか？
少し。
では浜口博士、覚悟はできてるだろうな。
はい、ありがとう。
Got you being alive?
お前の戦列を乱した罪の処分はこの病室で4日間の謹慎と決まったぞ。しかしそれは行為でも甘やかしでもない。今日のことを教訓にしろという浜口博士の教えだ。
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're already telling me you can't do this without me.
上官。
では私は帰る。
Seriously, they're like too important to punish.
どんどん離れていくわ、お父さんが。でもこれでいい。
そうだな。
これでめぐみも一人前ってことじゃないのかね。
ああ、父離れしてなかったからな。お父っちゃんの父と。
Kenichi, you fucking dick.
言ったな、ケンイチ。この。
当たり前じゃ。めぐみは4日間の謹慎じゃということを忘れるな。
あれが嫁入り前。
Haha, human suffering, let's laugh. I mean, honestly, though, they're like, don't save the people you want to save because of your personal interest, because the Voltace machine is more important because it's what defends the entire Earth. I fucking understand that. At the same time, they're going hard on the strict punishments sort of thing. And from that perspective, fuck off. Like, you're already stolen these people's lives from them by making them have to defend the entirety of the Earth. It's legit. Oh, next time we'll punish you even harder if you ever try this again. It's like, well, fuck off. I'll not pilot the machine then. You're gonna punish me? I just won't pilot the machine and see what the Earth does without me, huh? Do the Ippei. Pull an Ippei move. Ippei didn't give a shit when he was just gonna leave. That there was no other pilot to replace him, right? As I said, they've basically got you by the balls here. You've made the entire machine about them.
突如防衛軍本部を攻撃する重視ボンボスの隠された狙いとは。ズールの魔の手が超電磁エネルギーの秘密を暴き出す。今ケンイチたちに最大の危機が訪れる。次回ボルテス5ボルテス合体不可能にご期待ください。
Oh, that's interesting. One, it looks like they're attacking a power plant, which is my guess there. But it looks like Zool has come up with a plan to demagnetize them or something. That looks like it was happening right there at the very end. They were going to vault in, and then they get hit by something that seems to destabilize them. So at least they're trying new shit, because otherwise that just looks like yet another monster of the week situation. And again, as I've stated, I want more of the political drama, more of the character development, but not the character development we're getting, where everyone turns out to just be a dick, like a 1970s dick. I want character development that brings them closer together as a team, not reinforces the stereotypes of the time that the show was created in. I mean, other than that, I don't really have much else to say other than the fact that that one guy hasn't gotten a character-centric episode, whereas everybody else seems to. Like, there's only feels like we've gotten, like, one really Kenichi-centric episode, in otherwise a slew of Kenichi/Ippei centric episodes. Megumi's gotten hers, Yoshi's gotten his. So the big guy hasn't gotten one, is what I'm saying. And it doesn't feel like the next episode's going to be about him either. Or if it is, they did not focus on him on the next time on. Again, I can't understand what they're saying, so it's really just interpretation on my end. But I guess, must be time skips involved. Because it feels like, as I stated before in one of my previous notes, shit just happens between episodes. So, assumedly, Megumi's leg is going to be fully healed by the next episode. If it's not, I will be pleasantly surprised in that they're carrying shit from episode to episode. But if it isn't, but if it is fully healed, then it's just the status quo that I feel like it is. That this is a syndicated type show that you could air mostly out of order. Because there's going to be really important episode, team development, really important episode, team development, really important episode, team development, that sort of thing. That's what I feel like the pacing is so far. That said, I think that's it for this episode. So, once again, I've been Theta. This has been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stoneface Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video, what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?